Greetings, family. Welcome to Pan Africanism Towards Nationhood, building a global Black business pipeline. And family, we have another special live stream for you, as we always do, as we get into our reconnection to Africa and nation building, and this driving what we call Pan Africanism towards us building a nation building effort in Africa. So tonight, family, you're here with Bomani Tyehimba and my sister Matrell on a mission. And yes, my sister, have you been on a
Hey.
mission since your connection to the African continent?
Yes, I have, thanks to you.
That's what we do, family. We reconnect people to that incredible journey of a lifetime experience. So, was that your first time in Africa?
Well, actually, when I was in the military, we kind of went by Africa, so we kind of stopped in Morocco, but didn't really get to do anything. So, yeah, Ghana was my first experience.
All right, incredible.
Yes.
There you go. So that was it. So from Ghana, you open your mind to, I guess you wanted to figure out what country you're gonna go to, right? From there, from
Yeah.
Ghana.
Well, actually, Bomani, I was so impressed with the tour in Ghana that I had my sights set on moving to Ghana. Right? That was the
Right.
plan. And actually, when I went back to Africa, I was on my way to Ghana, but COVID hit. And Ghana was closed. So I had to choose between Tanzania and Egypt because those were the only two countries that were open that didn't require vaccination at the time. Because I didn't want to, it was too new. I didn't want to do that. And so I chose Egypt because I've always wanted to go there. And Ghana opened, what, maybe 9 months later. But by then I was already immersed in the culture and lifestyle in Egypt and I loved it. So I just stayed.
Perfect. So that's a great introduction how you got started right here
Yeah.
in Egypt. So
Yeah.
family, let me put up our topic for today. That's it. Egypt Roots and Culture Tour, November 21st to December 2nd, 2024. Now Valley Journey of a Lifetime to Paradise. So family, here with Bomani Tamba and Matrell on a mission, and we're literally connecting you to another part of Africa, and that is Egypt. So my sister
Mhm.
just explained that based on that connection, the pandemic, whatever was going on,
Right.
with COVID-19, some of us were limited on movements, and that was family. That was in 2020, you know,
Right.
and that's literally after she went on that wonderful journey with us about 2 years back.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So family, or I want to say it was it 2019? Because I remember it was a year when we got the land. So that was December 2019.
Right.
In December 2019, you decided you wanted to make that move to Africa. You got caught up into this COVID-19 mess, and that just
Mhm.
delayed you. But it seemed like it was a divine situation because it connected you to somewhere where you feel you have a good connection and you feel like it's a good country for us to travel, do business,
Yeah.
invest in, live. So, family, we're here with our sister, and we're here to talk about that wonderful experience in Africa. And we're gonna get to more of where you'll find our journey information, which you'll see it right down there on the website africaforafricans.org. But literally just trying to just build up an energy of because people are gonna be wondering why Egypt and everything. So
Right.
that was the foundation of how she discovered that it's more than what we think Egypt is. And
Mhm.
then the journey that we're gonna do is you get the same thing that you get historically from Cairo to Aswan to Abu Simbel to Luxor. You get all those wonderful things, but she's taking us to a different ventures to where you're enjoying luxury beach resorts and an incredible experience off the Red Sea. So we're
Mhm.
gonna definitely get into that, family. We're gonna just do a screen sharing from the website. But yes, I said so. So once you got there, you started doing your own personal tour of Egypt because at that point, Egypt was new to you, and but you always wanted to go to the pyramids, right?
Right, I did, but here's the thing though, Bomani, so after I got there, so I was there for almost a year before I even started thinking about tours. What happened was my daughter and my niece came to visit me. And I showed them places they never even imagined existed in Egypt. No one knew what Luxor was. She didn't know anything about that. They thought Egypt consisted of Cairo and the pyramids. That's it. But we were able to go to 4 cities while they were visiting me for a week, and they had such a great time. My daughter prompted me. She's like, "Mom, you gotta show people this. people need to know what Egypt is like. And so she had committed to coming every year for my birthday. And then that's when the tour company actually began. I said, well, maybe I should share this experience with people because a lot of us don't come to Egypt. Most of the tours that I see are, foreigners from Europe. Um, there's a lot of people that come from, let's see, yeah, mostly Europe, to be honest. And so you don't see a lot of other Africans. You don't see a lot of um, uh, African Americans at all in Egypt. And now you're just starting to see some Asians come in. But you don't really see much of anything but Europeans. They're taking advantage of a great situation that we didn't know about.
There you go, family. So historically, most of what we've been doing, family, is taking tours to Egypt. Just literally just packing busloads of people, plane loads of people, and just connecting them to Egypt for historical journey.
Hmm.
But family, you're dealing with Africa for the Africans connection. Everything we deal with is, to take it to the next level. And the next level is open up opportunities for us to do global Black business everywhere.
Right.
So uh, our sister is here to explain and break it down as far as just literally just letting you know that Egypt is one of those countries, a modern, advanced country, to where you can actually go and have the setup that you need to get things done. So we've taken it from the standpoint, family, of just doing regular tours to now uh, reconnection tours or investment tours, or literally just opening your minds to just the future beyond just the normal tour sites. So
Right.
that's what we're doing, family. So we're never knocking what anyone else done. We always appreciate what our people have done. And the
Hmm.
same thing I looked at when I first started traveling to Africa. I was like, it has to be more than just us touring Africa and learning
Right.
about our roots and culture and reading all these books and having great energy and lectures. The adventure, the investment, just taking out to the other elements, nightlife, social life.
Hmm.
So we're not gonna keep you in a box in Egypt. You know what I mean? We're
Right.
here to take you on an adventure of a lifetime, and that's what you experienced in Egypt. Once you toured the country and checked out the different sites and the different areas.
Yeah, well, so the thing is, Egypt is so is so massive, right? Africa is huge. People, everyone from America, you just have no idea how big Africa really is, right? Um, just to drive from Cairo to Luxor, which is halfway in the country, it's like 10 hours, right?
Wow.
So it's almost like a 20-hour drive through the entire country from top to bottom. So that's that's a big, huge place. And yeah, so while I was there at the beginning, I toured everything several times, and then I started bringing people and we tour it. But you know, the one thing that I started sharing was how great it was as a place to live. Actually, the cost of living is awesome. The people treat you very well there. The atmosphere is definitely conducive to business because not only will you have local Egyptian clients, you'll have foreigners because there are huge amount of foreigners living in Egypt as retirees. There's a huge retirement community there and retirement opportunities, and I just want to share that with our people. I think that anybody that wants to come to Africa, and like you said earlier, want to have, all the modern conveniences that you're used to. And if you want to come somewhere that's more plug and play, where you don't have to do a whole lot of extra building, and maintain a great lifestyle for a low cost of living, Egypt is that secret, is that place, in my opinion.
We go, family, and as you know, family, what we do, we base everything on experience. We don't tell tales. We just share the life that we live, and that's the life that you have lived. So, family, let me take you to our website, africaforafricans.org, and just give you a glimpse of what we're going to be sh- sharing with you as far as this wonderful journey. And we can just go through things, as especially the overview. So, family, that is our website, africaforafricans.org. And once you're on the website, you scroll past the music on the left and the slideshow in the middle. And whether you look on the left side, which is the main menu, or you scroll down to the middle, you're going to see Egypt. And all you do is just click on the link. So we just go here to the main menu. But also, right here is the schedule. So I'm always telling everyone that as soon as you get on our website, you see the schedule, you see what everything that's going on, and it's just up to you to click on your interest and then read through the details, and that's your best method to just be clear on everything, and then we can talk and go through it. So we're gonna click over here to the left on Egypt Roots and Culture Tour, November 2024. The family, once you click on the link, you're gonna see a few articles, overview, itinerary, general terms, and tour preparation. Get right to the point. All right, so once we click on tour overview, it just get to the point where it just give you a nice overview of the package. So it's a full package from New York JFK, and which includes all your flights on Egypt Air throughout the duration of the tour. Right. So it's one of those things where if you need a connection flight to JFK, you just let us know and we'll work out the best deal we can work out for you. But this is one of those tours where that is not included. It just includes your flight, all your flights on Egypt Air. And then we have another package, and it's just all in reference if you just want to get your own flights, which includes international and domestic, and then you just pay for your full accommodations on the ground. So all of those prices and things are subject to change, and the additional 500 for single supplements. So these are the numbers that we're working with, and as you know, once you lock in, you lock in, and once price increase or anything changes, those who are coming in, you're subject to those increases. Beyond that, I was looking for people to make early commitments so you can get the best deal.
Mhm.
Now let's go over just a few things as far as what is included in this journey. So full transportation and tours throughout Egypt, daily continental breakfast and gourmet dinner in Cairo and Luxor, and for everywhere else, including the Nile cruise and on the resorts, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we have full 5-star hotel accommodations, uh, luxury cruise liner. So your full accommodations is in the best luxury conditions, so you can just enjoy paradise. And that's what we're talking about, modern advanced country with all of the things that you want to enjoy when you just want to enjoy a special journey like this. Entrance and access to all sites and activities, and we're going to be looking to recruit those who want to get up early and do some morning exercise and meditation and get you just going. For those who are open to that energy, I always just recommend it. Certified English speaking and professional Egyptologists and tour guides and people who are going to be working with us and assisting us. Social business networking, SaaS investments, and my sister Matrell is going to go through more of those options. Uh, Visa fees and processing is included, so that's why we don't have a Visa page, because that's included. And what's not included is $100 group tips per person, lunch in Cairo and Luxor, and any camera/camcorder fees at sites, which sometimes you just never know when that is. And this your optional beach resort massages or activities that are not included. So that's a general overview right there, family. This as far as the numbers and then what's included and what's not included. So we're gonna break down the flow of our tour schedule.
Okay.
So can you see that nice and clear?
Yes.
And greetings, family. Welcome to our journey of a lifetime to Egypt. For those who are joining us, and right now we're on our website africafortheafricans.org and looking at the tour information based on our topic and upcoming journey. We're working together to bring you Egypt in a new light and new energy, and just and taking it to that next level.
Right.
And I know this is like a simple breakdown, family, but there's more to it than this quick highlight.
Right.
So yes, Grand Egyptian Museum. Now, is it the same museum as the Egyptian Museum of Antiquity, or is that a separate museum? And is that the same museum that we're looking at right here on the picture?
Well, the one that you're looking at right now will not be open in 2024. So we're going to be going to the brand new museum, which is in Giza, right across from the pyramid. They built a huge complex there. It reminds me of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. in Atlanta. That's how big it is. So that's where we're going to go, and you'll see all 25 dynasties um, illustrated throughout the museum.
So perfect. So the this original museum, it's going to be closed, and all the artifacts will be taken and brought to the new museum called the Grand Egyptian Museum. Just want to
Ye-
make sure for clarity.
Yes, that's correct. And then the old museum is going to become an art space. So they're going to actually reuse that building and help create more jobs and more interest in the arts there, in Egypt. It's going to be awesome. But the new museum is where we're going, to the one in Giza.
Excellent, family. And then while we're there, we're in Giza again, and that's we're going to see the Great Pyramid and the Great Sphinx. So explain how you first felt once you came in that area. You know, the
Oh my
Giza
God.
Plateau is something that none of us have ever seen like it in our life. You can go up and down the world.
Yeah, it's surreal. I mean, you can't even really imagine the majesty of it all. And even when you look at pictures and you see like how tiny you are compared to these massive structures, it's just really hard to believe that people built them, you know? And it just pays true homage to our ancestors and all the work that they did, and how absolutely brilliant they must have been to put together such great uh, monuments for themselves, that have lasted through thousands of years and is still in awesome condition. It's just really quite a sight to see. I think everyone has to see these things at least once in their lifetime.
Yes, family. That's a journey of a lifetime and taking to family. Now, the ATV Desert Safari. I've
Yes.
never been on one. How awesome is that?
It's fun. So you're actually riding in the Sahara Desert on a four-wheel ATV, and it's a really good ride. So we're going to be doing, going through dunes, and it's just really scenic. It's a great fun, and especially that time of year. So I think everybody's going to enjoy that.
And and then we got Saqqara Necropolis.
Now, Saqqara to me is like the best kept secret in Cairo. 'Cause Saqqara is a whole another set of pyramids there. It's actually an original pyramid. They were built prior to the pyramids of Giza, right? And the same step pyramids in Saqqara are the same pyramids that they have in Sudan, and there's over 300 of them in Sudan. But what's really beautiful about them is when we go inside and you see the imagery in these particular pyramids, you will understand why they don't show them to the public, because it's just undeniable greatness, and you see yourself all over these pyramids. And you don't see yourself in there as a slave either. You see yourself as the royalty. You see yourself as the judges, as the people, the mayors, the governors, the people that ran things in Egypt at that time. And it's just remarkable to see. And it's definitely something I think our young adults, children, should also get a chance to see, because it just gives you a different sense of pride. On the previous tours that I've done, and one of the things that my daughter said to me after, she said, "Ma, after seeing this," she said, I feel like I can walk different. I have a different sense of pride about myself, because I understand that we came from more than just slavery. There was more to us prior to slavery. And although, it's great to go see all of that part of our history, it's also just as important to see the original part of our history. When we put everything together, and Sakara is the place for that. I wish they would put, maybe I'll make a book or something on it, but I just wish they would show more of it, especially to our students in the United States, so they can really see themselves in Egypt.
That's it, family. We're reconnecting you to greatness. This is we're still in Cairo for these 3 nights we're in Cairo for, and so then we venture up to Old Cairo. So what's
Hmm.
the difference between Old Cairo and regular Cairo, and then what we call New Cairo?
Okay, so
A lot of different Cairos.
yeah, there are, there's Cairo is like constantly building right now. They're building city on top of city because there's so many people there. Cairo is like maybe five New York cities. It's like 25 million people in the city proper. That's a lot of people, right? And so they're building all these cities to spread things out. But the old Cairo, I really like going there because it gives you an insight into what life was like in ancient times. So you're going to see a lot of really old structures. You're also going to be able to go to, people of different religious affiliations. I know that a lot of times a lot of Christians do travel to Egypt. And then one thing I like to show them is the church where it's reported that Jesus and Mary lived when he was in exile. So you get a chance to see that, if that's, really important to you. And then we'll also see other religious structures as well. But that really stands out to me because people are like, they can't believe that that's where they stayed and it still exists.
There you go, family. We're taking you back in time. The journey of a lifetime continues.
Yeah.
So then they talk about the New Cairo. Is New Cairo the same as what they're building in this massive area as far as the expansion of Cairo?
Well, yeah, so New Cairo is actually it's being built today. It's in progress. So by the time the tour starts, there'll be a lot of that will be completed. And you'll definitely be able to see it like as we drive through and things like that. And of course, as things come online, if it's something that we can add, because we have time for it, we'll definitely make time to see it if anything of interest comes up for us. But for the most part, we're going to be spending most of our time in current Cairo. So I don't want to call it old Cairo, and it's not new Cairo. It's the current Cairo city proper.
So perfect. So the Cairo Tower, the
Yes,
Cairo Tower is in.
it's Cairo, regular current Cairo. It's
So all
there.
those massive new structures. I guess we don't know the name of all of them, but I saw another tower going up.
Yeah, so there's a lot of towers going up actually, but the Cairo Tower that is there right now is a great ride up, and you just see that's how massive Cairo is. You just see city for your whole through your whole view over to the horizon. It's like you never actually see the desert because it's so much city. That's how huge it is, but it's very beautiful view from up there. And and the people who are uh, like content creators or bloggers, things like that. When you come, you'll be able to just share some images that you just don't normally see because you'll have access to those on this tour. So.
There you go, family, and another tower, Tower Khan El Khalil.
Well, actually, okay, so the Khan El Khalili is actually a marketplace. It's the largest bazaar, they call it. So it's not a tower. So I'm sorry, that's my fault. That would be a typo. So it's not a tower, but it's a huge open air market that you can purchase anything. So that's just like a great place to get good souvenirs and things. You can get henna done. Um, and everything is really much handmade. It's like just to see all the artistry of it all. And it's a great walk and it's a great experience because you get to barter. They expect you to barter with them. If you pay full price for anything, then you weren't listening to your tour guide. So when you go, you never pay the first price, but you could get really high quality Egyptian made items to bring back and share with your family and friends and just to have for your own memories. But it's really a great experience because it's just a really massive market. And there's one of our places we're going to go to lunch there is a historic restaurant that is absolutely beautiful. And I think everybody's going to enjoy the food there and just the scenery. It's just awe inspiring. You have to just see it and experience it.
There you go, family, giving you that incredible journey of a lifetime. And so that would sum it up all in Cairo. So we're able to do all of this in 3 nights.
Yes, we're going to be busy. It's going to be worth it.
And busy
And
and
then
it's gonna be
and
worth
then
it.
the accommodations are so great too. So at the end of the tour day, when you go back to the hotel, there's opportunities for swimming and relaxing. There's nightlife, casino. So there's things to do out after the tour day is over as well.
There you go, family. And the hotel we're talking about is right there. Just trying to load the link. Let me make it bigger. Right. How you pronounce this thing? Le
Le, pas-
Passage.
le Passage.
Le
Passage,
Passage.
yes. In English and American, we say passage, but it's Le Passage because it has the French influence from when they were, colonized by France.
Le Passage.
I think Egypt is one of those countries they were colonized by everybody at some point in time. They have
Yes, it's one of those things where everybody, once you build greatness, everybody want to dethrone you.
right. So they have influences of all types of cultures within the country, and it's just something to see. But yeah, but the hotel is really nice, and like I said, the food is good, and there's like just great entertainment options and places to relax and unwind from the tour day, and then get a good rest because the next day is just going to be we're going to be moving. It's going to be busy, busy.
There you go, family. Busy energy. So that is the place right there. So that is right there outside of Cairo. On,
Yeah. Yes, it's near. It's closer to the airport, which is good because of our travel times. So
so there you go, family. All in perfect sequence. So that will cover the Cairo part of this journey of a lifetime, family. Yeah. So very competitive schedule that we have to that way you know let you know that we have it all covered because I know there's other folks that's been out there doing journeys to Egypt for 20, 30, 40 years, and it's all good.
yes.
People may say, "Hey, why would we go with you rookies?" You know, and I'll say, "Family, we're not rookies. Our sister Matrell have laid out the foundation on the ground, and that's how we operate, family. We just have this unit operation from America to Africa, where we just get all these things done because we have those great connections on the ground, and that's why I'm always telling people that what we're moving forward to this, getting things established in many different countries. So the advantage that you have with us is, number one, we show you more, and it's more open to something beyond just an historical journey.
Right.
We take it beyond that. Even the other things that we're going to show you. So that is that incredible historical aspect of Egypt. But you're saying that the La Paz, yeah, the Paz,
The Passage.
Paz, the Paz, the Paz,
Just say the passage. It's to say.
the Paz.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and Bomani, I want to say this too. The other thing that we do a little differently on our tours, it's because I live in Egypt and I know a lot of the territory. I haven't lived in Cairo per se, but I've spent enough time there to know where all the diasporans live, the areas that people are moving to. So I could show, some of those types of things. And there's like a huge sub-Saharan African population in Egypt that I don't think people get to see, and they have their own, it's like Africa Town, if you want to call. I mean, I know Egypt is in Africa, but these other groups, there's a bunch of Kenyans there, bunch of Nigerians, people from all over the continent living there, and it's like they've created. It would be like going to Chinatown. It was like their area there in Heliopolis in Egypt, where their businesses and stuff are. I don't think people normally get to see that. So that's one of those things that we'll go through and be able to, kind of patronize and uh, let people get exposure to that too. Because I don't think people realize how many um, of us are really there in Egypt.
there you go, family. So we're bringing you that straight connection, and that's what we do, family. So we're explaining all the things that we're doing historically, and then we're explaining all the things that we're doing, as we take you to a reconnection like no other. And that's what I'm about, family. As soon as I landed in Africa, that's what we're talking about. We're enjoying the history and the culture, but
Hmm.
after a few years, we had to just get into business. So that's what we both have done. We spend the time to make our way around the country, build relationships, build energy, put things in place. So that's why we can deliver these incredible journeys, family. We put a whole lot of work into it. So just that you know that you're looking at professionals there, and Egypt is that next country we're gonna just do more in. So let me switch back to our schedule and scroll down. So the full itinerary will show the flight times and details. But This is just the overview. So once we literally leave from Cairo, we are flying all the way to Aswan
Mhm.
and Luxor. So can you explain the travel flow that we have while we're here,
Sure.
set up, and then where we're gonna actually be lodging?
Okay. All right, so we're going to be leaving. When you fly out of Cairo, we're going to go straight to Aswan, and then from there, we're going to go visit Abu Simbel, which is home of Ramses II and Queen Nefertari. It's like one of the biggest temples that was ever built for them, and it's really spectacular, something to see. And then we'll go from Abu Simbel, because Abu Simbel is a whole nother city. You can actually just stay there too. But Aswan is where most of the Nubian people, not most, a lot of Nubian people live. And we want to make sure you guys get that experience as well. So we'll do Abu Simbel, we'll go back, check into the boat. We're going to do the Nile cruise, which is going to sail from Aswan to Luxor with stops along the way.
All right,
And
cool, perfect. People want to know how we get from Abu Simbel to Aswan.
oh, I'm sorry. So you get from Abu Simbel to Aswan by bus,
My boss,
right?
perfect.
By air conditioned
Family,
bus.
so that's a reviewed family. We literally be flying from Cairo to Aswan, short connection flight, and then that flight goes to Abu Simbel, and from Abu Simbel family, after we enjoy that incredible historical place,
Yes,
and then we're gonna drive back by bus right to Aswan, and we're gonna be stationed on a ship,
yes,
right? So let's
yes.
back to since the first place we're gonna actually be touring to is Abu Simbel. Now I've
Mhm.
never been there myself. That's one part I haven't been to. Explain the greatness of what you're gonna see.
Okay, so at Abu Simbel is the monument is very huge. It's located inside of, it's cut out the side of a mountain, and it's just it's just huge. And then when you go inside, it's just great hieroglyphics in there. It's just really the temple where Ramses II paid homage to his wife, his favorite wife, Queen Nefertari. And a lot of people don't know the story of Nefertari. From what I understand, and I got this direct from some Nubians, right? When I was speaking with a Nubian gentleman, he swears that she was Nubian, and a lot of Egyptologists say that as well, and that the reason why they got together was because um, it was to build strength. It was to build a good relationship. So Ramses II was Egyptian, and then she was Egyptian but Nubian. So they wanted to put them together so that they could have just build a powerhouse dynasty. And so and but he she turned out to be his favorite wife, and then went on to have, I think, 4 or 5 kids. And and she's all over Egypt. So, she has a tomb in Luxor, as well as this huge display that he made for her down in Abu Simbel. So it's just really a great place to see. And then I think while we're there too, we'll be having lunch before we get on the road to go back to Aswan.
And well, perfect. So how long is that bus ride?
The bus ride is about 2 hours, maybe two and a half.
It's a family, and the flight's a very short flight.
Yes.
So that's a transportation sequence family, member family. All of this is included as we explained earlier. So, so that's what we have right here. So flights. So once we actually get to the boat, how long we're gonna stay in Aswan?
Okay, so so we get to the boat the first night, and so we'll be in Aswan for 2 nights. No, Aswan one night, I'm sorry. And then the next day we sail to Kom Ombo. Kom Ombo. That's one city. And we stop there because there's temples there that we need to see, temples of Horus and others. It's huge, it's beautiful. And then from there you sail to Edfu, and there's temples that we'll see there. So we'll debark, get off the boat, disembark, go see those, and then get back on the boat, and then we'll land in Luxor. So we'll be in port in Luxor for on the boat for 2 days. So it's a 4 day, 3 night Nile cruise.
And so there you go, family. So that one day we're in Aswan, we're gonna do the Nubian Museum. So that's the
Yes.
highlight of that time that we're there.
Right. And then we're gonna tour the Nubian village as well. And that's where I reserved our camel riding for there. I really just love the nobles tombs in Aswan. This is something that most people don't see on the regular tour circuit. So this is specifically curated for our tours. And we'll have lunch with a great Nubian family, and drinks and things like that. And then we can ride our camels there. Their camels are the most beautiful, clean camels I've seen in Egypt. And I've seen camels in several cities, but they just take such great care of them. And it's just a really good experience to ride the camel from the base of the Nile up the mountain to the nobles' tombs and to see those tombs. It's just something that most people don't get to see, but it's really spectacular. And then to get the view of Aswan from the mountain, it's just really gorgeous. And then we can take the stairs to come back down. And anyone who doesn't want to ride a camel up, we can take the stairs up the side of the mountain. If they're like me and they're not camel riders, I'll be taking the stairs so they can walk with me. But it's just really an experience that most other tourists just don't get, because this is the real, it's not the touristic Nubian village. This is a real Nubian village where people really live, and it just shows the real wealth of these people. I think a lot of people have an idea that the Nubians are like this oppressed people or something in Aswan, and I'm like, man, they own these homes, they have businesses, their community is thriving. Their children are all, they're educated. It's just really something to see. And I think you'll have a really great sense of pride in meeting them. They're very proud people themselves. Most of them speak English very well. It is very conservative, though, because the majority of them are Muslim, and the women, they are covered, but but that's their choice, that's their faith and what they believe. But they're all very welcoming, and man, they can cook. I had the best fish of my life in Aswan. The Nile fish that they cook there is just absolutely delicious, and they do such a great spread, and we'll all get to enjoy that. And that's just something that no other tour is doing, because these are personal friends that I've made in Aswan that are doing this for us.
There you go, family. An incredible connection. So, family, that's what we do, family. We take it to that next level. So, all of that you're getting in Aswan, and then we're back on a luxury cruise liner, which we
Yes.
don't have an exact picture, but just letting you know, it's a luxury cruise along the Nile.
Hmm.
So, how are these rooms on it? Is it like these cruise ships that move all over the Caribbean, or is it
Well,
a different style?
no, it's a different style of boat. It's more like, to me, I call them floating hotels because they're flat bottom boats. So it's a hotel on a boat, so to speak. So it has the pool, the casino, the bar, the club. It's like being on a hotel that actually just moves up the Nile. It's
Perfect,
very it's
family.
very beautiful, very beautiful.
Cruising down the Nile. So
Yeah.
on an incredible journey. So we overnighting, so that's why you don't see a hotel there, family, because that whole time that we have right here, we'll
Hmm.
be on the boat.
Right.
And this is what we talked about before, Abu Simbel.
Hmm.
And this is the main attraction, right? When you get there.
It is. It's the main attraction. One of the main attractions in Aswan. The others would be, let's see. Well, we'll see. We'll see which ones we're gonna try to add on. What we have time for. But the Abu Simbel is the most significant and the one that would be of interest to us. And then the museum there. The Nubian Museum is something to see as well. It's really a place that no one really hears about very much. It's not a huge structure, but the information in there is priceless. And it definitely changes the way that you view religion and things like that once you see some of the displays in there, because it takes you from where it all started, to where it is now, and how the top three got created. It's an eye opener. I think our people who study faiths outside of just regular, traditional, like African type spirituality, it would be a real education for them to try to put together some of the things that they've learned in their texts with real historical references that they actually see in the artifacts and things like that are located inside this museum. It's really something to see. And I think I do have a video on that museum too. Um, Bomani is on that playlist, I believe. if people want to get a sneak peek inside. But it's always changing because they're always finding new artifacts and they're always adding them to the museum.
There you go, family. We are going to get you more and more experience and more this views, and this, you know, this is all based on our sister's personal just time in
Hmm.
Egypt living and just exploring the country in depth to, you know, see what works best and what, you know, we should adjust. So that's what we're doing. We're turning an historic journey into a more incredible journey.
Hmm.
And
Yes, absolutely. That's the goal. That's what we're doing. Trying to show you that side of Egypt that you just can't get it on the regular tour circuit. You can't because they don't go there. They don't go to some of the places that we're going to go.
and that's what it'll show you. So, family, we'll be in Luxor, which is the spot right there. So we're literally gonna be there for 2 nights and explain how we're gonna get all of this done and go to and visit all of these tombs on day one and day two.
Okay. So basically when we pull into Luxor from the cruise, we're going to be overnight on it anyway. So I think we pull in early enough in the afternoon that we may be able to get in our East Bank tour, and that's where we'll visit Karnak and Luxor temples because those are the major sites to see on the East Bank side of the Nile. And then the second day, we go to the West Bank side, and that's where the Valley of the Kings is. It's also where all the nobles' tombs and the workers' tombs are. And I added the nobles and the workers because that way you can see people who look like us in their greatness, and it shows how they built everything. You see the actual village where the workers who built the Valley of the Kings are located. It's there. The village is there. They uncovered it. And all the supervisors, some of the workers, all these people, they built their own tombs and told their own stories. And you get to see those stories. And it's like they painted it yesterday. That's how bright everything is. It's just really remarkable to see and to read and understand some of the stories and the lives of the people that actually built the Valley of the Kings. It's just so awesome. It's just something to see. And then and Luxor itself is just such a beautiful place. A lot of people don't know about it. It's a real agricultural town. It has two sides. There's the East Bank side, which is a little more city life. You know, very densely populated city life. But on the West Bank side, which is exactly where I lived for my first 2 years in Egypt, um, it's the village, and the village lifestyle is just different. Walking to the marketplace and things. So our hotel is on the West Bank side, and I did that on purpose because I wanted us to be able to leave the hotel, take a little walking tour through the village, and mix and mingle with the people, get some sugarcane juice, eat some of the real good homemade brown bread. Just do those things that regular tours don't allow you to do, so that you can get immersed in the culture there and just see how beautiful the village life is. I didn't even know that Egypt grew so much sugar cane, and their agricultural process there's an agricultural university there in Luxor, and they do the sun-dried tomatoes there. They do sugar cane and wheat, and it's just the growing process. I have the opportunity just to watch them redo the fields. It's like timeless, like a work of art. And they don't even have heavy machinery to do this. This is people doing this work still today. They're not out there collecting stuff with heavy tractors. There's people out there chopping stuff down, bagging it up, putting it on the bus or on the truck. It's just amazing to see it. And the time of the year that we'll be touring there, it's going to be the time where the sugar cane and stuff is going to be getting cut. So it's definitely something to see.
There you go, family. A fun-filled adventure, and the journey continues as we have more and more things on there. So that is Luxor. Do we forget anything? This resort now that we're staying at, which this is not the picture, family. The resort, that picture that you see is the one below, which we'll talk about in a
Okay.
few. But this
Okay.
other resort here,
What we're talking about in Luxor, the hotel in Luxor.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So the hotel in Luxor is just very beautiful. It has beautiful grounds, great pool, a 24-hour bar lounge, and the proximity to the Nile is like very close, so you can see it. It's just really beautiful, and uh, I think you guys are going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it, and it's owned by some Nubian people. So that's the other thing. That's the other reason why I like it too. And the food is just delicious there. It's really good. Outside of Aswan, they have the hands down the best Nile fish in Luxor in Egypt.
So perfect. So some great seafood. That's what I'm talking
Mhm.
about, family.
Mhm.
Incredible menus.
Yes, we're gonna have some really good food, you guys. You know, I'm a chef, so I love experimenting and tasting all the local cuisines. And so on this tour, we'll be going to eat at a lot of chef-owned places where I know, because I eat there all the time, that the food is delicious, and everybody is going to get a chance to have real Egyptian cuisine, and in all the different ways that it gets prepared. And it's you're gonna leave saying, "Okay, I understand they eat good there. They eat well in Egypt." It's amazing, actually. That's why I can't lose no weight. You know how everybody go to Africa and they start losing all that weight? I was like, I haven't lost a pound because I'm eating. It's good. So,
So there you go, family. Luxury hotel with great dining.
mhm.
And the breakfast, I guess, is incredible, right? Breakfast,
Yes,
uh,
absolutely.
and then we're gonna go to a few different options for lunch here in Luxor because lunch
Yes.
in Luxor and Cairo is not included, but it's included in everything else.
Hmm. Yes, but there's some really great restaurants that we're going to go to. One of them is a farm to table restaurant, and you were actually eating there on the farm. It's a really good experience. And let's see. Trying to think. Yeah. So that's the highlight for the lunch, but but the dinner at the hotel is going to be delicious. Like I said, they have the best Nile fish outside of Aswan that I've ever had. And that's what I recommend everyone get. So yeah, but I think you guys are gonna love Luxor. And then for some of you guys who aren't aware, Luxor is also was considered it was ancient Thebes. So if you're a Christian and you follow the Bible, not even that, I think it's in other texts as well. But it is Karnak Temple is the temple where the Most High is supposed to be or was supposed to be at that time. And so you'll actually get to see that structure and the temple where they actually did the worshiping um, of God back then. So yeah, it's just surreal. You'll see it, and it gives you all kind of good. You just feel good. The energy there is just awesome. You could tell it's just a special place. It's just a special place.
There you go, family. That's the whole and family. We're still going, family. And this is still the same journey. It's just that in depth with all the connections and experience like no other. So turning your Egypt experience into what we call a journey of a lifetime experience.
Hmm.
And then here we go off to paradise, Hurghada. So if you want to
Yeah.
stay here for extra few days, you're more than welcome to stay for extra few days. We can always change your ticket. But this is just 2 day, and there's a water park. This may not exactly be the same water park, but this is just us just giving you a view until we get a chance to just take some more of our own direct photos and everything. But
Yeah.
the highlight of this is that water park, right? The aqua park.
Yes. So actually the entire resort is just gorgeous, actually. And I think people are going to be uh pleasantly surprised at how nice the rooms are. The food is really good. The service is awesome. The beach is a nice private beach there, and the water park is a really big part of it. But there's like several restaurants, like five or so restaurants on site, and the great thing is it's all inclusive. so so you can just enjoy food and beverages all day, and just enjoy yourself. There's just so much to do, and you actually get to swim in the Red Sea, and then like you said, enjoy the water park aspect of it. So again, it is a great place for adults and kids alike. It is a family friendly resort. So if you have children that you want to expose to Egypt at a younger age, this will be a great tour to do that.
There you go, family. The journey of a lifetime. We're closing out with a nice, nice water park, nice, beautiful resort energy, kick back, relax. So, as I'm telling you, family, we're covering all aspects of things from all of the full history along the Nile, and then
Hmm.
this wonderful, relaxing time, enjoying paradise
Hmm.
right there in the Red Sea at this incredible resort, and then that
Right.
wonderful luxury Nile cruise that we're gonna be going on. So it's make it a nice, fun-filled adventure.
Hmm.
Land, air, sea. We're gonna take you there.
Yes. Yes. And now in Hurghada, now that's the city where I live currently in Egypt. And, because I'm just a sea person, I love the water. So that, so I left Luxor and moved to Hurghada. And so, we'll do for people who want to go on a driving tour. We will be visiting the marina and different places. It's a Luxor, I mean, a Hurghada city tour, just so you can see how the people live there. And there is also a big diaspora community in Hurghada. They're just not, online on YouTube, but they're there and you'll see them all over the place. So yeah. It's like I think that's Egypt's best kept secret. It's Hurghada. It's paradise for real. But it's affordable paradise.
So there you go, family. We boldly take you where no one else is gonna take you, and
Hmm.
that's what we do, family. So that is all a wonderful tour schedule, family. So you're looking at 9 full, beautiful days in Egypt, and then these are some additional optional excursion. Can you explain how those things work?
Okay, yeah. So along the tour, our guys will definitely, like after the tour is over, there's different things that can be done outside of the regular tour schedule, and then we'll offer that to you along the way. So if we like say while we're in Hurghada, you decide, I really enjoyed the city tour, but I really want to go out on the yacht. I want to go out to Geffen Island, or I want to go fishing, something like that. We can offer that to you as well. So you can spend time out on the yacht, maybe do a half a day instead of a full day. But we can tailor it to everyone's desires. And in Luxor, in the evening, you can have an opportunity to get a felucca ride to watch the sunset there, and it's really very beautiful. You have tea on the boat or coffee, and it's just real relaxing. It's like one of those parts of the tour that people like to do because the felucca is a boat that was actually crafted by Nubians and Egyptians. They created this boat that is still in place today. It was created back in ancient times, and it's still being used today. And um, the sunsets in Egypt are just it's just beautiful. It's just different. So it's definitely something you might want to take advantage of. But we'll offer, different excursions outside of the regular tour, and then you can decide if that's something that you want to join in on.
That is beautiful, well laid out. So here we go, family. That was a full overview and all the wonderful things in between. And that is a nice little photo from the Great Pyramid itself.
That's at the panorama. So we'll be riding our ATVs up there, and then you'll be able to get out and take some great photos and things at the panorama. And you'll be able to see all six pyramids at the same time. I don't think is it nine or six? It's six or nine. There's a lot of pyramids in Giza, even though we only talk about the main three. But there's also pyramids for the queens there. So you have the pharaohs had their pyramids, and then the queens had their pyramids there as well.
So that's like one of your favorite view right there.
Yes, beautiful.
This is incredible.
Hmm.
This, that's his family. So we're taking you from all aspect. You see desert right there. You see the water park. You see the Nile cruise. You see historical, incredible new museum that they're building.
Hmm.
Like, so family, once you scroll down to the overview, you can literally just click on next, and it will literally just take you to the full itinerary and other files. But let's go back up to the top and
Anthony B. You see all them people you see over there, so don't pay no mind. Them just want to say people have nothing to do with the development.
And those are the files, family. Itinerary, general terms, tour preparation. So take your time, review them, check them out, and reach out, and we can answer all your questions, get you connected, and get you ready for the journey. And we're just putting information out now so you can share, connect with people, let them know, be prepared, get ready as we make 2024 that special year, want these wonderful journeys. So, and then we have another new journey right there. So, pushing the energy as family as we expand to greatness and get more of our people connected to Africa and build that global Black business pipeline energy.
Mhm.
So, yes, Matrell, I'm not sure how much people are out there watching. If they have any questions or if they want to join us, but you never know. So, if you feel like a company or anyone asking any questions about your experience, let me see if they'd like to join us.
Okay. Sure thing. I do see there are some people who did leave some messages in the chat. There was Cedric Mack and then Patricia Matthews. Hello. And then William, I think West Africa, 1980. He said it has to be more than a 20-hour drive from top to bottom. Probably. But I can just tell you how long it took us. I know it's 3 hours from Alexandria to Cairo. It's 10 hours from Cairo to Luxor. It's 4 hours from Luxor to 3 hours from Luxor to Aswan, and then 2 hours to Apple Simbel, and you're pretty much at Sudan. So that's around 20. It's 20-ish. So, and having driven it, that's how I know. And maybe the speed limit is just different because I don't know. I don't know how many kilometers per hour you can drive, but my drivers and the Egypt has such a great highway system. You can really get there quickly. It's like driving here. It's like driving in
Modern
the
day
States.
technology,
Yeah.
modern day country. There you
Yeah.
go.
So,
So, family, there we are. Join us if you have any questions about our wonderful journey. And that is next year, family, not this year, next year, getting you prepared
yeah.
and getting it all lined up as we continue to expand on these incredible schedules and take you all over Africa. Family, we have journeys all over the continent except for Central Africa, which the closest thing after Central Africa is Rwanda. But yes, we take you around the continent. That's it, family. And I know it's sometimes people look, but yes, that's what we do, family. Been to all of these countries.
Hmm. And I think, Bomani, too, anybody that's considering retirement, I think they should come on this journey because then they're going to get a little more of an intimate side of Egypt. You really see how people live, and I'll definitely be discussing, more in depth, especially with the people on the tour. What the costs are to live in Egypt, and and how it could be a viable place for them to retire to, or even, you know, get property there and stay part of the year. And when you're away, rent it out and have, because not Airbnbs, but the vacation rentals are huge in Egypt.
Um,
They're always booked, always booked.
yes, busy place of tourism, and they make it work. And
Yeah,
from the infrastructure to the logistic operation,
yeah,
gets you around
yeah.
5-star resorts, hotels, and
Yeah, and I think a
modern day.
lot of people don't understand too, but mind Egypt it's a really structured society, right? So you have to get permission to do things, to move around, and that's just for safety, so they know who's in their country and to make sure that we're taken care of along the way. So when you're with a real tour company like us, you're going to get, we have to get the permits and make sure that we have our security and things like that, just to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch. And so we do that on our tour. So you can just, I know there's always a lot of apprehension about Egypt for some of us because of how we've been taught um, in terms of what to expect, because they feel like it's in the Middle East, but it's really in Africa. Egypt is in Africa, and it is a very safe place to be. And we make sure that you're taken care of on the tour. So security is never going to be an issue with us everywhere that we stay. is very friendly, and I know the owners of the places of the hotels and things. So everybody's like accountable, and they just want to do a good job for us. It's a very service oriented country. So and you guys will be surprised at you how well we get treated there. Especially compared to some of the other African countries that I've gone to, where we don't get the royal treatment as much as we do in Egypt, from my experience. So
All right, there you go, family. Historic royalty right there. So we have some highlights from your YouTube page,
okay.
so you can share with folks.
And I'm gonna get more. I'll be showing a lot more the things that everyone's going to be seeing on the tour with you, Bomani. As I get back there and get back to filming, I think for me, my first couple of years in Egypt, even though I was living there and I was doing business, I still felt like a tourist, because it's like every time you see something, it's like you're seeing it for the first time because it's just so much to ingest that I just feel like I didn't look at it through the lens that I'm looking at it through now. So this time around, when I'm going to see things, I'm doing it for the purpose of making sure that we have some good data to share with potential travelers, so they'll know what they're going to be seeing when they get to Egypt.
There you go, family. Our sisters have done the legwork, the research, and we have created a fresh, new, incredible itinerary that you have never experienced before in your lifetime. So here is some of the highlights. Let me see what we can actually play. I can skip through some of this, since we just. So, family, that is the link right there. Can you see your
Yeah.
YouTube page
Well, the
link?
second video shows us in Saqqara. If they want to see what some of Saqqara looks like. The second video has us there. The top video has us in Hurghada, and that's when we were doing the yacht ride, and we had the girls that did the actual snorkeling, which is another thing, another exercise thing to do um, there. So
I'm gonna.
you can see it.
Yes, let me check this out right here, and
Yeah, this is Saqqara that we're entering into.
so there you go. I got you on pause and mute. There you go.
Okay.
If you wanna, if you wanna reintroduce it or say anything.
Sure. Okay, so this particular video is part 3. So this is 3 of 3. So it's all about Cairo. I think I did 3 videos in Cairo, but on this particular one, this is where we went to go visit Saqqara pyramids, and it's the tour where my daughter came back and she brought back with her 5 or 6 friends. And so this was all the other ladies. This was their first time coming to Egypt, and these are just real reactions, and you're going to see how absolutely awesome Saqqara is. And this is only one area in Saqqara. When we go, we're going to see a lot more of it. But this for the video, I just did this one. But it's beautiful.
All right, so family, you have the link right there,
Yeah.
and that way you can just take your time and go through these,
Hmm.
and that's why I'm always telling people, we just create highlight videos so you can just take your time, process through it, and we have written information so you can read through it, and that way, when it's time to make your commitment, you are clear and you're committed and you're ready to go.
Yeah. And I also wanted to say this to Bomani, because I think this is my daughter had said this to some people before. There's a lot of videos out there of people, saying that they didn't have like the greatest experience in Egypt. And one thing you have to understand is Egypt is an Arabic speaking country. That is their first language. So there's a language barrier for sure. I'm learning it. So hopefully by the time our tour comes, I'll have it down. But so it's really important to take a structured tour. That's what I'm recommending. So yes, anybody, we tell people don't just pull up to Egypt. You don't want to just do that. You want to go in a structured type of tour, so that you can get the experience the best of everything, from accommodations to food, and get to see all the sites in our smaller group. Because when you take a lot of the other tours, they group you. When you go to the sites, you're just grouped in with a million other people. and they herd you through there like cattle. You don't get to stop and learn about it and take good pictures or anything. They're just getting you through. It's like a tourist mill. So you don't want we don't want that to we don't want that to happen. But it's the truth though. It's because
Wow,
there's so many
tourism
people
town.
there. But because I know what's the best time to go, we know when our people should go to the different places. We get in and we can take our time and really enjoy the experience. So I just recommend, like, if when put Egypt on your bucket list, but when you do come with us, because it's just definitely going to be a guaranteed good time.
Excellent. Got a special question for you.
Okay. Egypt by the Arabs. Okay. Well, here's the thing. So since I've been living in Egypt for 2 years and I haven't met any Arabs yet. I I know a lot of Egyptians, and the Egyptians are a lot of different hues, from light skin like my daughter to darker than me and Bomani. So they range in melanation, okay, as you should say. But in terms of how they treat us, they're one of the countries that actually almost feel sorry for Americans, Black Americans, right? Because they see the terrible stuff on the news, so it's almost like they're like, "Oh, sister, are you okay?" They ask me if I'm okay when I come to Africa, because they know how traumatic some of the things are in the states that are portrayed. Some of the things are portrayed in the states, and so they have this idea that that we need help, but they're really welcoming to us. They always tell us welcome home, and it's not on some "I'm trying to sell you something" stuff. They think that we're the chosen people, and they're happy for us to be there, and they welcome us. And it's really not about skin color for them. I don't think it's just that they're more of an energy kind of people. So if you're a nice person, they're going to be nice. Um, but I could tell you that they treat us better than I've seen them treat the Europeans. That I appreciate. I appreciate that, because they feel like we're special. So I hope that answers your question. We get treated very well by the Egyptians. They welcome us.
There you go, family. We're reconnecting you to a special experience.
Yes, absolutely.
So this
I'm coming down. Be careful, Mom. So, you guys, welcome to my favorite place. This is Luxor. Yes, Luxor, Egypt. It is absolutely one of the places you must put on your list to see when you visit Egypt. Oh, why? Well, it's simply beautiful. There's serious architecture there, historic sites, great food, great people. It's an all around good time, and you won't regret it. Up next is the Red Sea Hurghada. Here we come.
Grammarly makes communication at work one click simpler.
This resort is the quintessential adult playground. And once again, you guys, it did not disappoint. We had an awesome time there. And this is just a quick look at some of the feels, some of the vibes for all the fun that you can have during the day and into the night at this resort. But just as important as the feels and the vibe of the resort itself are the rooms. So let's take a look. Well, man, you can fast forward through that piece.
This whole little seated area out here, you just kind of sit out, chill, read affirmations, enjoy nature. is the place to be. I love it.
Everywhere looks like this. Everywhere.
Yeah, tropical paradise.
Yeah, in Hurghada, everywhere looks like this.
People
So,
probably Egypt is just a dry place, a small desert.
yeah.
We go not
Guys, I'm out here on the water, my girls.
It's really that blue.
A
It's
little
beautiful.
tour here in the Red Sea. We are on a yacht, just headed out probably to an island, not sure, but yeah, this is the view. What y'all think?
And then you could just fast forward. This is them getting in the water. One of them couldn't even swim.
Yeah, he was like that. Y'all gotta be right. Jump to the carpet.
That's it. It just goes into them swimming. So yeah.
we are partying.
Yeah. We just partying, and then the yacht is nice. And that's it. That's it. That was a great tour. That was just the last one. Okay, so it was Hurghada. But we just have so much fun there. And yeah, you guys, everyone's going to enjoy it. Everyone's going to enjoy it. So the the Grand Renaissance Dam is being built. And there was cooperation between Egypt and Ethiopia. It's no problem. It's just not.
There's no problem,
It's no,
family.
people, they know how to solve their issues. They have conversations, they work together. I know that's a foreign concept for a lot of Westerners, because they always want conflict and dissension and stress. But people in Africa, they're not about that life. They're trying to do things to be cooperative and help each other. So
There you go, family. There you go.
yeah.
So sometimes it's not what you think it is when you're outside looking in.
Right.
And that's
That's for
why
sure.
it's good to come and experience the experience of a lifetime and take that journey.
Yeah. Is Egyptian food similar to Greek food? Okay, I love all Mediterranean style food, and that's what I consider Greek food. I like Egyptian food better because it's something about their African roots and seasoning. You know what I'm saying? They season their food. It's delicious. And so I think I like it better than the Greek. So there are a lot of ingredients that carry over, like the phyllo dough in the desserts, baklava, things like that. But for the most part, it's it's different. It gives me more. It seems just more African to me. They still have the same rice dishes that you can get in other parts of the continent. So yeah, it's delicious though. But they do use seasonings. They season everything very well. What does that say?
Tropical food to the nicest. Which comment?
I'm trying to see. It says I still prefer to travel below the Sahara Desert. I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you should see all of the continent. The whole continent belongs to us. we should we should see it all.
Yeah, I've seen a family. I've been around the whole continent. It's an experience
Hmm.
because North Africa is completely different from Southern Africa,
Right.
and West Africa is just my place that is home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yes, experience, yeah, all of it. East Africa, West Africa. Take the journey of a lifetime. And so, family, the schedule I have is a complete schedule that take you around Africa.
Hmm.
So get in where you fit in at, but we'll take you there.
Right. Yeah, it's a really good time. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. And I think, I don't know, I think, would you, Patricia, I think you said that you prefer all black countries. I prefer countries that take care of their people,
There you go.
countries that are conducive to business, countries where I'm going to be treated fairly, regardless of the color of my skin, and where my dollar goes a long way and that I can live very well for very little money. That's what my preference is. And so that's kind of how I'm setting myself up in Egypt is to be able to be retired and live off my money and be happy and free. And then I'll travel to all the other African countries from there as well, because I'll be able to afford to do so because the cost of living is so great.
There you go, family. So those are some good things to process when you make this decision and when you're trying to make these moves, because it's not as simple as just making a move based on one or two things. You have to put everything in perspective and really just analyze your options
Hmm.
realistically. And that's why we take people to many different countries. Some countries work for others. Like right now, people complain a lot about not trying to throw anybody under the bus, like Tanzania.
Hmm.
We have people who it was this flood to go there, and then you saw all them people that's coming back because some of them say that maybe things like they're not welcome or
Right.
you can't stay there for the long duration, or whether these are reasons or excuses. These are just people feedback, and so obviously there's something going on with the situation, like you explained. You want to be able to feel like you're home or feel like
Right.
you belong or something, and those reference where you just have some kind of connection or something. But
Yeah.
so
Well, Bomani, I know for a fact, I know personally 8 people that left Tanzania that now live in Egypt,
there you go.
and they're not going back. They're enjoying their lives in Egypt, and these are families. Um, so
So
they
they
just
get
not,
that, so they can get their residence and things like
yeah,
that with no problem, and they can just
yeah, they have their residence visas. They're living fine, and enjoying themselves. And like I said, everybody's kind of keep it low key. I think it's just been so much drama that happened in so many other countries that people have a fear of that happening. Um, you know, but I don't think it'll happen because I think the right people are being attracted to the places that are right for them. And those of us that I know are in Egypt right now, we all vibe together, have very good shared values, and just want a good quality of life. So we all work well together. So, is it true that they treat Black Americans better than continental Africans? They are continental Africans, but I don't know. I don't. I get to speak to how they treat all the Americans, and I brought a lot of Americans to Egypt. Over the last couple of years, and everyone has had a great experience. I don't think I've had not one person say that they didn't like it. And as a matter of fact, most of them are coming back because they didn't get to see everything. So, and it's a surreal experience for them. This wasn't what they expected. It wasn't what they expected. A lot of them have the same preconceived notions that I'm reading. A lot of people have in the chat. But they have a great time when they get there. And you know what kind of is funny to me though, Wumani, is people ask things like that. Do they treat Black Americans better than continental Africans in Egypt? And then I'm just wondering, but people, they travel to France and Spain and Portugal and live there and enjoy it and accept
and
the racism, the overt racism that's there, but they so hard on Egypt, which is in Africa. I don't understand it. But we're going to just show them a better way. After the tour, more people will realize that they need to come and embrace it and enjoy it themselves. So
There you go, family. That's what we do, family. We we share that experience with you, so you can just feel what we feel. So great video on Luxor and Hurghada, giving us some nice little highlight energy. Now,
Mhm.
do you have one on the Giza pyramids
I
or one
do.
around Cairo?
I
Is it on
do.
this playlist I can click
It
on?
is. It is on the playlist. I just have to figure out which one. Oh, I know which one it is. I'll show you. The one, okay, go scroll down. Let's see. The one that says this happened to us in Cairo or something like that. Let's see, keep going. It's a little further down. Wait. Oh, wait. No, maybe it's back up. It should say Cairo though, specifically.
I just want to say Cairo at the top.
Um, I think it's here it is. Guess what happened to us in Cairo? Vlog number 40, yeah, that one. Marvel Studio.
Yes, so this is one of your highlights right here. Us in Cairo.
Yes.
Give an introduction before I start playing it.
Right. So this is the what I was talking about where my daughter and my niece came to visit me for the first time in Egypt. So this is their first experience there. And in this particular video, I think it's 100% in Cairo. So I think it also shows a hotel though, so we can skip that part. But it does go show us at the pyramids and the Sphinx. I hadn't seen her in a year. Hey y'all. So we made it inside the hotel and I'm about to get us checked in and then we're gonna be heading up to our rooms. Look, y'all. Look at me. Say hi. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that they are here. Y'all just don't understand. I have not seen my daughter in a year. So it's really good to see her today. I'm just filled with joy and love right now. Hey, good morning, family. What's up? So today is day one in Cairo, and we were supposed to get up and be gone by 10, and the girls wouldn't wake up, so I let them sleep and changed our driver to come at 11, and I just woke them up, and it's like 20 after 10, so I'm gonna run downstairs and get us some breakfast and bring it back up to the room, and hopefully they will be ready when the driver comes. So it's gonna be that kind of day. I'm kind of nervous about them actually going to the pyramids today. I think it's gonna be too much. I wanted to kind of switch the schedule and let them do the museum first, just to have a day of rest. But young people. So I'm following instructions, trying to find where the restaurant is. It looks like it is down there. This is similar. This looks like the hotel that we're going to be staying in. So pretty. Have a children's play area. Look how busy it is out there now. All right. So, hey, y'all. So now we are in our van headed to the pyramids. So we got a late start today, but it's okay. So make it do what it do. There's a lot of traffic. So they're getting the real Cairo drive experience. What y'all think about that? What up? Scary, but she said it's scary, but yeah.
Not really any lanes. Just just honk to let you know, stay in your lane. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Look at this whole herd. It's a whole herd. This is in Cairo.
Oh my goodness.
Holy cow is this? Look at them. Look at them out here being kids. Get that. Show us the thing, Jasmine. Show me the federal. This is how it's done, y'all. This is how they be getting that shot. It's perfect. So freaking beautiful here.
Okay.
Look how massive it is. It's just huge. Look at Jasmine, y'all. So pretty.
Just 1 second.
No, I don't want it. No, nah. Look at them on the camel.
Excuse me. This is my camera. Okay. We are working. All right. Start up. Tell him okay.
Do it a bit thicker.
Okay.
She's not liking it.
Come be a part of a once-in-a-lifetime celebration.
Okay, guys, so we finally made it downtown to the Kili. And we just finished the pyramids. We're hot, tired, and a little famished. We're gonna go grab something to eat right now. Let's see. The cafe is this way. This market is so busy. Make a left.
So you know they know we're tourists because you got this camera out.
Huh? Thank you. Thank you. Those are oxtails.
So what's up with that area right there? We say Ramsey's Mall. That's a whole lot of building.
Yeah. It's just putting on new buildings in. It's just more residential. And that's just basic main Cairo. It's just not going to be any square footage of it's no green space. They're just building to accommodate all the people.
Wow.
But it is a mall though. It is a very nice mall at that. And they still do malls there. You know how in America some of the malls are starting to kind of fade out, but they're multi-level malls with all the same, similar stores, plus a lot of Egyptian stores and then stores from other parts of the world as well. So Yeah.
So so there you go, family. By the time you get to Egypt, you have a whole new country.
Right. You're building. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes, yes, excellent journey.
Oh, just thinking of those memories, they crack me up. But it's just a good time. It's fun. Okay, thank you, Patricia. Appreciate that.
Yes, family. So that is it, family. So anybody want to join us? Have any questions? Share now and post now or say your piece. We have been through 90 minutes of sharing this wonderful journey and information in depth, from schedule to overview to highlights to our experience. So that is that, family. And the only other, so
I
that
think,
is our Metro page. So
yeah,
yeah,
and I
if
do.
you
I
want
do
to
have a
post any
short.
link.
I think I have a short video too of the actual hotel we were staying, actual resort we're staying at in Hurghada. Um, but I'll share that with you. We can talk about it another time. I'll have more detailed video because when I go there in a couple weeks. So
No, perfect. Yes, that's a good thing about it. We can always just share and update
yeah.
more documentation, family. And my goal is to just keep uploading more videos and more videos. And it's just always highlights here and there. So scroll down, family, and you'll see what we're gonna make. This will be 20 years earlier from when we do the journey.
Hmm.
And this is a long list of journeys back in the days. So I tell people that's how we used to do it, family.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, 2004. So it'll be 20 years
Absolutely.
since your
So
last trip to Egypt.
yes, family, and family, what we talking about is taking you on a whole different evolution,
Yeah.
a whole different experience. So this was the beginning, and this was the past, and what we're doing is the future. So yes, so family, all those videos, the updated videos that Matrell has, you can go to our YouTube page and just click on it, and it's the same as the name right there on your screen.
Mhm.
And the video that I'll show you is part of a series of a whole bunch of videos of us all over Africa.
Yeah.
And so, family, what I'm telling you, we are well prepared to take you on the next level expedition. And Matrell has literally just done the research
Mhm.
and and summed up the best things that we can do in 9 days that cover all bases.
Yes.
And we're not, and she's promised she's not going to drain you with any long lectures.
No, I mean it's going to be some education along the way, and then there'll be enough
At the
literature
tour
available.
sites, at the tour
Yeah.
sites, it's natural,
Right.
and then on the bus.
Right. But after that, it's time to enjoy. It's time to
Yeah.
enjoy the continent.
Just trying to let people know it's not an all day thing. Like I
Yeah.
tell people, same thing wherever I do. We're out there, on tour on the bus. So it's the same setup. You're at museums, tour guides are talking and talking on the bus, and that is your full day of being lectured. Then the rest of the days are based on other things now, social connections, and us getting into different things. So just want to let people know what's clear, because different people operate different. Me and Mitchell, we like to give you a little bit of everything, and then definitely like to let you just feel the world of paradise.
Yes.
Even if you think that you're gonna be going to the desert, because that's what people think. When you go to Egypt, they think they're gonna be stuck out in the middle of the desert.
No.
You see, family beach resorts.
Yeah. What I can guarantee is you're gonna have hot water and power the whole time you're there. I can guarantee you that for sure. It's just normal. It's a natural thing there. So
Listen, all the development going on, family, and
yeah.
full setup of all-inclusive operations.
Yes.
Yeah? And enjoy the tropical lunch, dinner, and breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
So
And then, like you were saying, for those who want to get up early and meditate, that sunrise is just beautiful. The weather, especially in that time of year, November, the weather's going to be perfect. So you're not going to get like overheated or anything. So it's just the best time to come. It's the best time to come.
So that's it, family. So be prepared for the journey. And, you have all the information at your fingertips right there on our website, africafortheafricans.org. And we're going to make this thing work.
Yes.
And we're going to keep evolving on it. And so you may see a few things touched up. So whenever you're ready, and that's my information. That's the website. That's the details. Reach out. And got newsletters and then all of the files that you just saw on the website. So anybody, if you want to join us before we close out.
And then, Bomani, I do want to tell you that I really do appreciate the opportunity, the collaboration, working together to bring as many people to Africa as we can. I was totally inspired by you. That trip that I took to Ghana was life changing. I mean, my whole life has changed. I done moved to the continent, right? I moved.
There you go.
I moved, and then I've got into the business, not only because it is a way to help me survive or live until my retirement kicks in, but because I really enjoy showing people Egypt because it's just underrated. And I think people are gonna love it after they come. And I'm just glad that that you were willing to do this as well, and get more people to come to just see other investment opportunities or other opportunities in different parts of Africa.
There you go, family. That's why we're taking into the 21st century energy.
Yeah.
More than just a tour to Africa, we're doing, family. And we connect you to the future, because if we don't start building these investments, other people will. And then when we go places, we complain that everybody
Right.
else own everything, everybody else got this, everybody else this. Like they magically just got everything they got.
Right.
People put their money, their energy, and working together, and they make it work. So that's why it's incredible, family. Go around Africa, you can just see the different phase of many things going on.
Yeah.
Different people who or just either non-Africans or just others that's doing well for themselves.
Yeah.
Extremely well. Lots of them.
Yeah, and that's why I really want you guys. I want everyone to see when we go to the real Nubian village, not the touristic one, but the real one, to see how they're living. It's amazing. It is really amazing. Self-sufficient, like businesses, very welcoming. Their own farms. I'm like, man, when you got your own food, you got everything. Your own food and your own lodging, you have everything. So
that's it, man. Well equipped. There you go, family. Well equipped.
yeah.
Yeah, to block a few trolls. They just love
But
trolling.
this is the other thing that's just so crazy to me, though, is people who say that it's another money making scam. What is the problem with people earning income? Why is it that Black people we're not allowed to earn income? You rather just spend your money with everybody else? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. Ever since I've been in this game, this was a documentary that I was selling back in the days.
Yeah, but you know how many Egyptians I have on payroll? We actually hire people. People work for the company. This is a real business, right? It's a real business.
Like all the stuff that you have to operate from and operate with is what it is. And the thing of it is, we're creating not only creating opportunities, but you're literally recycling Black dollars and Black hands, and and opening things up for us as a people.
Right.
So,
right.
That always
and
gives
giving
a chance
back to the
explain.
community, and giving back and doing things for the community, local community there, as well. The company supports like 5 or 6 families. That's not a little thing, you know. So, I would think people will welcome that. It's like,
Absolutely. Yeah, what I've been trying to educate people more of our people with is just group economics and things like that, and
yeah,
and stop pocket watching other people. Because like this one guy, all he does is make, like, not one guy, there's several people. All he does do is make videos of turret and shit. I was like, he's not anything special. It was like, it's like it has to be at some level of jealous, like whether this guy is raising more money and he's raising money and you can't raise money, so you're mad at him. You know, he's doing this for himself, and and it just becomes that situation of just a level of this hatred. So I tell people, hey, this join the party and let's learn to do business together and learn to do some wonderful things. And we
right.
have a whole world that we can connect and do things with. So right now, family, we have this incredible connection. We're working from America to Africa,
Yeah.
and there's so many different countries and so many different energy, and we can just change the dynamics of just getting our family and ourselves into doing business
Hmm.
and tourism, land investments, property ownership, property management. It just, industries. It's those are opportunities are there, and if more of us don't take advantage of it, then next we're gonna be complaining about something. So you can't please everyone. I'm
Right.
sorry that some of us have ambitions, and some of us want to make things of ourselves and
Right.
create different avenues. But yeah, it always gave me a chance to just explain these things to the real folks out there.
Right.
And, so beautiful. So yes, family, and then for anyone that's looking to take a private journey and want to connect with our sister, you can always just share any of your information, pop it up on the screen, post it, explain it, share it. If you have, let me move the banner. If you have anything that you want to post in the chat,
Okay.
if it allows you to.
Me, I don't think it's allowing me to, but
This
it's
thing is
okay.
so funny.
Yeah, StreamYard is different. Yeah, I'm not able to, but it's okay. It's okay.
Let me see what we have for you here. I'm thinking, what did I have? Your website.
Yeah. No, my YouTube is good. I mean, the website should just be Africa for the Africans.org. That's where people will have to go to purchase their tickets, right?
I'm talking about yourself. If people just want to go to Egypt tomorrow, and that
Oh,
way you
for
take them
tomorrow.
there.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's serious. You never know.
Yeah, it's Easy
So
Egypt. Easy Egypt Tours is that one. It's Easy Egypt Tours. Um, yes, everyone's welcome to Egypt anytime.
so that's
I
not
can't
that
wait.
one. So let me change it. That's not that one, right?
That's Matrell on a mission. Well, that's fine. That's good though, with Bomani, because if they can see tour information from there. See those great
It's right
pictures?
there.
Those are at the panorama. That's where we're gonna ride our ATVs up there. This picture right here, yeah. So that's like one of the great areas to take some beautiful shots, and we'll be riding the ATVs all through there. it's a fun, it's a fun time. And then the next picture below it actually is a picture when I was living in Luxor, Bomani, and the brother that's walking past me, that he's just at a market. I was buying groceries, getting produce. These are people. If you look at the people in this picture, this is Luxor. This is me at the market in Luxor.
There you go,
So
family.
I'm just showing people. I don't know where them Arabs at they looking at, but that's me. That's my business partner, Mahmood.
And
So
easy
we,
Egypt.
yep, for Easy Egypt Tours.
There you go, family.
Yep. So Mahmood has 22 years in tourism, and he has been my connection. He is the plug for all things Egypt. Whatever you need, you can get it from Mahmood. So, a discussion on how to take Egypt back from the Turks. Why I don't understand. Why do people think you can solve world problems on YouTube? I don't get it. I don't get it. you know. And then the one guy he's talking about Nothing wrong with getting paid, but the cover of Pan Africanism, which is a scam. What is he saying? Pan Africanism is a scam?
Oh yeah, people those haters. Since you see the big bold Pan Africanism sign.
Uh huh.
We started doing that after a while, and because people just talking bad about Pan Africanism. As soon as they started seeing us doing the show, the haters in the show started flocking it. And this, at the beginning, they were just all out there, just talking about how much Pan. I'm like, if you don't believe in it, don't believe in it. But don't stop me from expanding my, family enterprise from America to Africa and doing
Right.
business with my own people and connecting and creating opportunities for many of us. Just because you either can't or you don't feel like we should or you
Right.
feel like you can't, that's your business. That sounds like a personal problem.
Right. Right.
We had
Right.
to reconnect our people to the highest level.
Yeah. But Monty, I think if you click on that YouTube video right there, this is going to show them the people that have come to Egypt and the things that they saw in Cairo. It's a short one
Perfect.
because people, they don't believe that we go to Egypt. And we do. I don't know if it'll get bigger.
Let me load this thing up.
Okay. The industrious and the lazy. Yeah, you're right. Right, Fitzroy. Exactly, Patricia. We can thrive better and live better like a king or queen. Yep. In Africa, you can. It's just a quick one. Thank you. I was just sharing that because that was me saying thank you to a lot of the people that actually came this year or came in 2022 to visit Egypt
Oh yes,
for the
beautiful
first
connection right
time.
there.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Okay.
connection right there.
And they were from everywhere, all over the United States. So people are going to Egypt for sure. And you guys don't want to miss out. You want to come too. This is definitely a journey of a lifetime. And like I said, if you have children, bring them because they enjoy it there. You saw in there, you saw Jeanette and her grandbabies.
Oh yes, yeah,
She
there you
brought
go.
all of them for a graduation present.
There you go. Make it your, make it your great getaway.
Yeah. Yeah. The teenagers, they loved it. Had a great time. So
I'm
thank you,
just trying to see if anybody have
Fitzroy.
anything important to say.
Fitzroy said, Bomani and Matrell continue to do what you do. Good job. Thank you. We're just trying to show people the continent. Bomani is like he's a lot more, you know, invested in terms of nation building and bringing. I mean, I'm part of it too, but he's the pioneer in that. I'm just getting on board on that. I'm not gonna lie. I started my company out of the need, and just based on the suggestion of my daughter because of the great experience she had, and from that, I've been able to show many people how gorgeous the country is, and then and so naturally, I just wanted to reach out with Bomani and say, hey, let's do this together. Let's bring some more people to Egypt, but in a different level because he's just more into investments and things like that. And so, definitely want to be able to share that aspect of Egypt with you guys too. So hopefully we could work that out by the tour date.
There you go, family. So just giving you more wonderful options as people get ready to retire,
Yes.
get ready to want to do different things, trying to point them to Africa and say, hey, we have a few countries here. We have countries like Ghana, Liberia. We have countries like Egypt. We have other countries on the continent. You can build energy, connect with other people, and we do some wonderful things where
Right.
we can talk about like we did an introduction, family building global Black business pipeline, and
Right.
that's being real. We shouldn't limit ourselves to just anywhere geographically,
Hmm.
and that's what I tell my haters that always post their comments and tell us what we need to be doing. I'm like, yo, there's a lot of work to be done. How about you go do that? Don't tell me what to do. I'm a grown man. I don't
Yeah.
need YouTubers telling YouTube trolls telling me how to run my business and what to do and how we do certain things because this it's not something that a bunch of people just do on a regular basis, just go back and forth to Africa.
Right.
And it's serious money, it's serious time, it's serious preparation, and the fact that we can do these things is what it is. So I'll tell you that the best thing to do, put your money down, family, save your money, and then just come experience Africa, experience one of the countries. Even if you just want to go by yourself, that's your business. Would never recommend that because you'll miss out just being around the energy of this an organized group of people, so you can share that experience with, and it could just open more avenues and things to where you can just next thing you know, you're living, you're doing business,
Right.
you're prepared for your retirement, and you just get ready for the future. So we're opening these opportunities for many people who want options when they're about to retire, or even
Yes.
pre-retire, or maybe they can set things up before retire, or find something that they can invest their energy and resources into. So
Hmm.
not telling people to make quick decisions, but telling people, hey, these are options, and you can start by taking a wonderful journey.
Right. Yep. Come see for yourself.
There you go,
Come
family.
see
So
for yourself.
let me see if anybody have anything good to say.
I return. You're funny. Thank you.
Well, that was cute. Have any uh, yeah. Yes, that is always a funny one. Yeah, so that's what we encourage family. We encourage our people, us, to get into all different aspects of business in America and Africa, everywhere we are, and
Right.
enterprise with each other. And if you want to see a true example of what I'm talking about, go see the Indians in East Africa as an example. They're everywhere, but that's one place that they're heavy in Africa.
Yeah.
Or go see the Lebanese in West Africa. You know,
Mm,
you know.
yeah. Go see the French, the German, and the Belgian in Egypt. Russians. Oh my gosh. Okay, so in Hurghada, how it is in America, we have a lot of places that are heavily Spanish speaking. So you have signs with Spanish on them. In Hurghada, the signs are English, Arabic, and Russian.
Wow.
That's how many. But the Russians are cool to party with, though. I don't know. I said they didn't. They gave the Russians a bad rap because the ones that are in Hurghada, they hang out. They don't care about anything. But they're definitely buying up real estate and building beautiful resort communities, and we need our own.
You go.
you know,
So this is positive right here.
yeah.
Let me know if you can see
Right.
it.
Who is that? People do. They always say they go to Dubai. Everybody hanging out in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and I'm like, but that's where the Arabs are,
There you go.
right? That's where they are. If you're in Egypt, you're where the Egyptians are. It's different.
I appreciate you breaking the difference down because people think we're taking them somewhere outside of Africa, and we
We're
all
not going to Saudi Arabia. We're going to it's Egypt. It's in Africa. They're part of the African Union. They're it's Africa. So, and they're committed to the continent. Like I just saw an announcement. The minister of, I think it was travel, not tourism. One of the ministries for building there. They're actually, remember we were talking about that highway on the live, the video that you and Kayla did. You had showed all the infrastructure being built in
yeah,
Egypt.
the project in Egypt and Morocco,
Okay,
yes.
okay, so the Egypt portion is done of the highway. So now they're helping to build it through the other countries, because they were so successful in getting their piece done. And Egypt is one of those places that I really admire, because the Egyptians are the ones doing the work. It's not the Chinese aren't the ones that are in there actually doing the engineering and the work. It's the Egyptians. And that's different than a lot of countries that are building. Their infrastructure is being built by China. And so, yeah, Egypt does have some partnerships coming up with China for a city along the north coast, but for the most part, they have not been involved, and that's impressive to me. But they got it done. So you can really drive from the top of the country to the bottom, and now we'll be able to go into Sudan and all the way down to, I think they said Cape Town is where they're going to take it.
Wow.
Right. And they
Incredible.
said that was going to be done. I think they were saying trying to get it done by 2025. So yeah, that would be amazing. That's a road trip. That's a video right there.
From Cairo to Cape Town.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm up for that challenge. I'm like, I need a good vehicle.
Sound like these earlier, yes, yes, that was always one of those historical things that the British try to pull off
Yeah.
back, during
Yeah,
the
well
colonial days.
it's getting done now, and I'm happy to see it. That just means that more trade routes to be open. It's just endless opportunities on the continent, and they're cooperating with each other regardless of skin tone. They all consider themselves African. They working together.
Family, so we can sit here and just be on the outside looking in, or we can just join the game, join the party, join the journey, and just experience Africa, experience Egypt, and just experience what we're sharing with you, family. That's what we do on the journey of a lifetime. So that's the contact information, family. Reach out and I will connect with you, and that's the website details, family, that we just showed you.
Yeah.
So you can just get on at any time, check it out, process it, and you can request email of the newsletter, and we'll get that to you also. But that's how it look on the website. Once you click on it, it's all of the files right there. And I have a nice newsletter that I'll be working on and modifying it as time go along. So as people reach out, I'll send them that email, which has the overview and the itinerary, and it's just in a nice presentation format. So all those things we have for you, and you can just share and keep on sharing, and then we'll get you ready. So family, we'll definitely keep you posted, keep you updated. And Matrell, you have any final words to share?
I'm
Final
just
encouragement?
excited. I'm excited for this opportunity. I'm excited to have more people come to experience the Egypt that I know, and to be part of a team that's going to show, Egypt in a different light to Americans, and then also to show you the options, so that that part of Africa is definitely a place that would be conducive to retirement, or living, even if that's what you wanted to do. So you have more options. That's all. So I'm excited about it, and I invite you guys to come. I think you're going to have I know you're going to have a great time. So make sure you get your deposits and things in, and get your slot, because the tour we only can bring so many people, and you want to make sure that you're one of them.
Yes, family, the journey continues. So family, we have it all ready for you. So reach out and we'll connect with you. And so, sister Matrell, appreciate your energy and thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us
Okay.
as we push people towards Pan Africanism and connecting them to us build that nationhood energy in Africa, and not be the people who are just all consumers, and just be a people of production and future vision. So
Right.
family, If you thought Egypt was all about just the desert and pyramids and stones, you have it completely wrong. Don't let people limit your vision and limit what you need to know. Not saying anything about anyone, but here we go. Our sisters just breaking it down to you and let you know, hey, let's evolve beyond just the regular Egyptian tour that has been so accustomed to, and let's take it to that next level. And it's
Yes.
and that's what we're about, family, and that's what we're doing. We're building that energy together. And for those people who talk about Pan Africanism, that's what Pan Africanism, family. Us working together and building a connection and making these moves happen. Yeah,
Right.
and it has to be about business. It can't be about nothing else. There's no free lunch.
Right.
If
Right.
you want free lunch, stay in America. You can always get some free lunch or some things like that. But if you want a party to play, get in it, and it's what it is, family. But the greatest thing that we're doing is Black corporative economics,
Mm-hmm.
literally, and we're changing the dynamics of this how we do business, and we're taking it to levels where, and that's what the future generation should always be doing, taking it to that next level, because we need to really be a people serious about business, because that's what wherever we go around the continent, we see so much of everyone else literally engaged in business that we could be doing. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's not too late. So just understand that when you come in, it is a tour. You're gonna enjoy it yourself as a tour, but we are gonna have a spark of energy of this visionary stuff like we always do, because it's a good start to start the, especially when we're all together.
Mm-hmm. Right. I agree.
All right, perfect. So, yes, my sister, let me just close this. So, family, the journey continues, and we'll keep you posted with more energy, and we'll continue. So, there it goes. My sister, once again, appreciate your energy, and hope everybody's like as excited as we are, and we just ready
Yes.
to go and really just we can just do this itinerary tomorrow.
I know.
We have, we have the plan for it and keep working towards it.
Right. Right. Absolutely. So I hope to see you guys in Egypt.
Yes, hope to see them in Egypt. And let me see if I can find some closeout energy for your family and get you some. Let me see if we can find a nice little tune for you from the website. And we have to close out, unfortunately, family. But we will definitely connect with you on another live stream. Appreciate your energy. The journey continues.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great day.